Is this thing on? Pushing all the wrong buttons here. I'm only halfway paying attention. Good morning, chat. Good morning, all the way from sunny Ireland. You have my weather right now, and I have your weather right now. We're about to have. I'm doing this because I'm looking out the window. There's a mega storm incoming. Pull up the southeastern United States radar right now, and just cross your fingers. We'll get done with this stream without getting knocked offline. So hope everyone's having a good morning. I'm off to a roaring start. Everything that's can go wrong is going wrong this morning on the day before I head out of town. But that's how it works, right? We'll deal with it. It's all good. Yeah, Sarah knows. It is gross out right now. Super gross. So, yeah. Appointments getting moved today. Washing machine leaking. Storm incoming. All before trying to get out of town tomorrow. So good times. So yeah, so it won't be a super long stream today. Actually, I don't have a ton to talk about, so we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. I got a few things, few topics, I should say, a few topics to discuss, which we'll get into momentarily. Just let everyone keep filing in. Glad y'all are hanging out this morning. I kind of have my eyes cut over here a little bit because the Houston Astros are speaking this morning, and it's not going well according to Twitter. So, which I kind of imagined how it would be. Good morning, Evan. Even supposing, is that your pretty much your everyday forecast? Then maybe 10 degrees warmer in the summertime. Ooh, tech issues at the job. But yeah, hopefully this storm will blow through without any troubles. So -25 with wind tomorrow. See, y'all make me feel like I can't compete with that. Like, you can keep that. Yeah, I don't mind the rain. I just mind if it's gonna knock my electricity out. So if you see me vanish, are they wearing the new batting practice hats? That's my and finally this week in refill is the batting practice hats. So I'm on top of that. Yeah, Tony, that's fine. I'll email you and we'll get something done. I've got good feedback on the interviews so far. Probably have 5 or 6 scheduled starting next week. So that'll be good. And if we can keep, if I can bank a bunch of interviews, I can start releasing them more than like once a month. Maybe, I don't know if I want to have once a month. I don't need your email address, Tony, although I'll probably have it in some order from somewhere. No, you know where my head's at, Evan. You know I'm on it. So, yeah, it's good. It's good, bad stuff. It's not always like that. Crazy, horrible winds Monday. Trees blowing down and powers cut. Wow. I remember was the last time I was in LA or second to last time where we had that huge storm, just rain, and a bunch of people couldn't get to the event. Interstates were just like massively bad. Did you go this weekend? Even supposing? Hope it was okay. Besides Sarge's, do I think rotaring isographs are overrated? No, I do not. Good morning, Urban. I'm gonna see Tony. I have Urban. We're gonna get Urban on Friends of the Show as well, and we just have to coordinate a time. So I'm super glad to work on times, especially in time zones. Tony, you're easy because we're in the same time zone. Great War Panda, thank you. I haven't used my buttons in a while. Yeah, they still work. Get some. Thank you, Great War Panda. I mean, that works. My alert button may not work. I might have to manually turn it on and off every time, but so yeah, that windstorm in Baltimore was stupid. That was legit. The LA one was an LA storm. New space is good. Okay, good. Yeah, I haven't got much feedback on the show. I got Schmevelin. I'm going to talk to Schmevelin next week on Friends of the Show, or 2 weeks from now, and I want to get her LA show feedback. So I haven't Asked a bunch. I feel like microns compared to the isograph are better in every way aside from the refillable reservoir. I mean, isographs are highly particular pens, right? Isographs require maintenance. They use a liquid ink, right? That's the bleeding you're talking about. And the ink delivery is just straight out the end of a pipe. If you ever look at a close-up of an isograph, there's no ball tip on the end of an isograph, right? So depending on the size, you can get a lot of ink, and that's a very liquid ink, like a rollerball ink, like an India ink, and it's going to absorb in the papers. If you don't know how to use an isograph, you're going to hate it. That doesn't mean it's overrated. Oh, good, Jesse. Glad Zeke got him. I know it wasn't much, but I figured I'd do a little something. Hopefully he'll enjoy them. Yeah, Ruckus. It is not a pick up and go to town pen. It is a specialized writing instrument. Evan, both. So yeah, like I would reach out to people right now. The calendar's filling up fine to where I don't, but there's people I want to talk to that I'm just going to reach out to as well. Main problem with the show is just one public day. I know, that's a huge hang up. Oh, Great War Panda, loved it, pretty good. New Space has no service. Ian, okay. Ian had to try your card like 10 times. Jeez. Okay. Doing a members podcast for Pen Addict members where it's just like a chat. We'll just jump on. It'll basically be like this, where we just talk about whatever. All right, go back to work, Sarah. Sarah Bijou, not Sarah Inkwell Munster. Sarah Inkwell Munster, stay on the couch or the bed or something. Sarah, you don't have to sign up, and I'll just email you. Or you can sign up. That'd be good. That'd help my scheduling. Scheduling is a challenge, chat. All right, let's in bed with your laptop. All right, everyone send your best healing wishes to Sarah. She had a little fender bender yesterday. She's on the DL, but she's fine. But get her out. Get the healing thoughts over to her. In the office writing the codes. All right. Was that in refill? It was, yes, this past weekend's refill. So you were a little busy. You were a little busy this weekend. So last weekend I kind of laid out in general what I wanted to do. Let's see. Let's pull this up here. So, too many buttons. Beer for breakfast is good for health, right? I have no problem with that. Is the Pen Addict Slack still a thing? Yes, please. Just email me at hello@penaddict.com or send me a Twitter DM with your email address. Slack is full. Slack is something, man. Slack is big. It's not full. Don't listen to him. Just email me. You're not asking too many questions, but if I miss your question, remind me. You're always allowed to say, hey, you missed my question. Will you answer it? So your last question is, what is your favorite technical pen for drawing? I mean, it's definitely going to be something in the Sakura Pigment Micron, but mine is the Kuretake Zig Mangaka. Who was that? Cal. Thanks so much for the Twitch Prime. So look up the Kuretake Zig Mangaka. It's a Sakura Pigment Micron type pen. You know, it's that plastic tip drawing pen, but I find the tips to be firmer and more consistent and a sharper line than the Microns. Micron's probably number 2 though, right? I mean, Micron's just a heck of a good pen. Yeah, Tony said Slack was full right after he joined. I wonder, does the Slack have a joined on date? How old is that Slack now? I know we have over 3 million messages in that Slack, which, like, I'll never be able to turn that thing off, but boy, that's a thing. That is a thing. Oh, good. I'll have to check that out, Tony. Not really. This Slack was started in 2015. God, that's scary. Yeah, so we crossed 3 million messages in Slack, in the Pen Addict Slack, which is just mind-boggling, which is why I can't spend any time in there. It's just... I feel like the LA issues came from very big tables with apps and a few people there. Yeah, just like a more tables than management. Yeah, Miss G's Crafties, the rule is you don't keep up with conversations in Slack. Like, you just plan on not keeping up with any conversation and just let it go. Oh, Ruckus, I love this question. What is your relationship to pens? Do you draw mainly? Do you have an Instagram page? So my Instagram is at Pen Addict, so you can find it there. I mainly write and take notes. I want to draw. I'm gonna do a drawing project this weekend. I don't draw very much, which you'll see on my Instagram. I love to write. I like the reason why I like your technical pen questions is because that's one of my favorite writing pens, because I write very small and precise. So I like that type of technical writing pen. So yeah, but I don't draw very much. Although I should. People who have known me for years know I've said this a million times. But I'm taking on a drawing project this weekend. We're going to talk about this in a minute. Yeah, you just have to go into the Slack knowing you will not keep up. You pop in, see if something seems interesting, and you can contribute if you want, and then you just pop out. I'm now sitting at my desk a lot of more hours a day than I used to, so now I have a monitor and I have the space to keep Slack up, but I don't keep that up on purpose. So any tips from the Pen Show security conversation? Oh yeah, Tony he did steal that pen. Tony is a pen thief. All right, let's pull this up. Y'all's questions are so good. I like that, Mary. Slack is wild and scary until you figure out how it works for you. Bro, Dwarf Jern, thank you. I know. Well, I put these videos on YouTube, so if you ever want to just catch the replay of this chat the next day, you can hit it on YouTube. So I dump them over. Now, I used to just wait a couple days to put them over. Now, before I leave, I'll go ahead and export them to YouTube. So, it's obviously better to interact, right? But hopefully in the future we'll have some. My goal is in a year or two from now is to be able to stream at different hours of the day. But right now, I don't have a setup to where that's functional. All right, let's bring this up. All right, did y'all see this morning? Whoa. I just blued that up. All right, typos and everything. Ruckus, I appreciate you asking if you could share your Instagram, and I would please like you to share your Instagram in this chat. We're very open to people sharing, like-minded people sharing the things that they work on in this chat, and that you had the idea to ask first just tells me everything I need to know. So yeah, please link it in the chat. And I need to get a new isograph. If I do, do you follow Hugh McLeod? So he does all of his drawings are isographs. He uses an isograph, and it's these little swirly drawings, which are kind of how I draw. He uses an isograph. So if you're not following Hugh McLeod, what's Hugh McLeod's Instagram? Someone can look that up for me. Y'all will know who I'm talking about. You have some issues with Hugh? Is he a bad guy? I don't know. So you feel free to share with me on our offline. Tony. I got I thought this said Love Bush, but it's Love Blush. Thank you. Thank you, Rewiz. Alert box. So I don't know if there's something I should know, Tony, just let me know. So yeah, I would agree with you on that. But I haven't looked at. I wonder if I even follow him on Instagram. But I never knew who I follow on Instagram because you get algorithmed out of whatever's normal. So okay, I haven't noticed that. So yes, that would bother me as well. All right, let's talk about this emote. There's a guy. Oh, thank you, Hue Cards. So this, I don't know if y'all can see it if you're in a small screen, but this is what I always wanted for an emote. Have I tried the Opus 88 clear demo that would be bang up with those glasses? No, but that's a good idea. I've tried different Opus 88s, but the clear one would match up with these glasses pretty well. And that's a cool pen too. I like that pen a lot. Yeah, like no politics, no religion is standard internet operating procedures. If you're gonna have a good time on the internet, no religion, no politics. It's never worth it. It's never worth the converse. It's never worth the angst. So yeah, young Con, guy named Lance, at Con Artist. Y'all should follow him on Twitter and Instagram. I've shared all his accounts. He does the artwork for me, like he does the like when you see that page, like he did that page for me, and like this page, like that's a dope page. So he did all this stuff. I never do this one. I never do that one. I just turn off the stream. But Lance did all that stuff. He did the little hype. He did the little hype emote for me. So that's Lance too, as well. So, ooh, my Riallo does match with these. Have I taken a picture? That Riallo matches with a shocking amount of things. So yeah, I got Lance to. I had 4 emote slots come up, so I've only had one, which is the Pen Addict hype one. That's the me wavy hand guy, and I had 4 slots come up at once when they did, like, Twitch redid some stuff for affiliates. So I got 4 new spots, and I like what's the so this one in. Oh, I screwed that up. So this is how the pin one's gonna go. So this is one of the standard Twitch ones. Why didn't that work? What is happening? Oh man, it's all screwed up now. Look at this one. Look at that one. That one's like a dope squid. So anyway, I told Lance I wanted to make a fountain pen connected emote. So this is what, if you're a subscriber of this channel, you get these little emotes. So I have submitted this so where we can build a pin. So you have the nib section, you have the nib section, then you have like the end of the grip and the threading, then you have the barrel cap, and then you have the end of the cap. So we'll be able to use that in chat just as a fun emote. I think it came out awesome, didn't it? I gave him the sailor. Oh, look at that one, Evan. Oh, I guess you could make an extra. Could you make an extra long one of these and not look stupid? Yeah, I don't think you could do that one with this one. So I gave him, the first pen I gave him for just a basic design was the Pelican M205, right? That's a very simple design that I felt like he could break up. Like, he wasn't too sure what I wanted. Like, he kind of knew, but once I sketched it out on a piece of paper, which you can see on my Instagram, he's like, oh, I got it. He's like, well, what color do you want it? So then I sent him the orange Pro Gear that's out there. And that's kind of what he did here. So that's kind of perfect, right? I mean, that's all the ideas I gave him. See, Aurelius? That's all the information I gave him to build this, and then that's what comes out. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, that's pretty cool. So yeah, so with affiliates on Twitch, your emotes have to go through an approval cycle. Like, if you're when you're in a partnership, your emotes get automatically approved. So if you're a member, it probably won't happen today, but it'll come up under the Pen Addict emotes next to the Pen Addict hype one. There'll be Pin 1, Pin 2, Pin 3, and Pin 4. I submitted them for approval. It was like 8:30 this morning, and I want to say it takes like 24 to 36 hours. It's a manual approval process. Like, they got to look at them and make sure that they're fine. But I know when I've submitted them before, they turn it around in a few hours, but whatever. I'm not expecting it to. I wanted to get them uploaded as soon as possible to see if they would show up today, but I doubt they will. So, but we'll just keep looking, between now and the end of this, which honestly will be sooner than you think. So, whoa, that was not I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. That was the wrong button. So anyway, that's my new email. That's the one I've been talking about to make. So there you go. We'll be able to use that soon. It's just something fun to play around with, and I like it a lot. Young Khan just does such a good job. Oh, Ruckus, your artwork is dope. I gotta put a follow on there. Why doesn't that work? Let me do it on my phone. Yeah, see, that's great. So do you use the isographs for that? Is that what you said? Take a look at the Kuretake Zig Mangaka. Hold on, I want to get this. I want to make sure I go follow you. It's for nothing but fun. All right, let me put. Where'd it go? Nate, find someone. All right, I'm in, Nate. I love it. I love your style. That's the kind of artwork I like. The very fine, detailed stuff. Once you start saying isograph, in your conversation, I know that's gonna be a style that I like. Thanks, Tony. Yeah, got it. I always thought the 149 was overpriced, but I finally got one, and man, the sweet spot between nib porn, big comfy, and name. Doing my homework with it now. That is pretty much how I felt about the 149 myself. It's that's not a pen I ever needed, right? But it's a substantial kind of classic, important, whatever that means, pen in the pen industry, right? And I felt the same thing. I had no preconceived notions that I was going to even like the 149, but I needed the 149 to use as a reference point for so many other pens. And it's just something that me, as someone who talks about pens online, I kind of need to have a 149. And I got it, and I started using it, and I was like, I get you, 149. I see why this is a thing. So I'm totally with you on that, on the 149. Mm-hmm. So, excuse me. I didn't bring anything. I didn't come within 146, but 149 thoughts. I've never really used a 146 for any length of time. The 149 is absolutely gigantic. So if you like that style and don't need the supersized pen, I don't have any issues with the 146. I would probably buy a 146 if I ever bought a next Mont Blanc, because they make that shape in some cooler styles. The Ultra Black was the last Mont Blanc that tempted me, and that came in a 146 size. That would have been perfect for me. Yeah, 146 with silver trim. So yeah, if I got such a good deal on my 149, it was I had to buy it. I bought two pens at the time. This was years ago. I bought my Pelican M800 demonstrator with the name markings on it, right? I share that pen a lot, and the 149 from the same person, so I got a good deal on it, and I couldn't pass that up. But I would probably look at the 146 sizes for my next pen. I wouldn't ever have the need for another 149. And 146, that style, they tend to use that style for some unique designs, which I would probably pick up on if I ever had the desire for another Mont Blanc. Yeah, not high on my priority list. That's like a, you know, maybe sometime in the next 5 years, I might end up with one kind of thing. Yeah, it's a balance. Like if you have a bunch of one size, it's fine to switch to the other size. Like I couldn't use the 149 all the time. Like I wouldn't want to take the 149 to the coffee shop just because of the size of it, right? It's a little bulky. Same as the 146. That's cool. I mean, if it's a piston filler, it's going to be good no matter what, except maybe the Bakelite. Oh, so yeah, back to this. So this is all I brought today. I didn't bring my backpack, anything. So this is a little insight of what I'm about to do this weekend. So heads and fails. Does that answer your question? I talk about this a lot. All right, before I tell you about this stuff, let me talk about the Lamy Safari. It is one of my favorite pens of all time. I like it better than the TWSBI Eco, probably, just from a feel perspective, even though I think the TWSBI Eco is probably like a better pen, and it's certainly the one I recommend the most. I want to grab, every time I grab the Safari, I'm just like, oh, I love this pen. I love this pen so much. So yeah, like I use all levels of pens all the times. The Vista's the only one you kept? Yeah. Like this will get me in that whole other conversation, Urban, of what I believe the Vista lineup should be. That, yeah, you're saying it right now. They should do more with it. This is what I've screamed about. This pen is why I say Lamy should hire me. Right. So yeah, Tony. So what I plan to do is, like, this weekend I'm going to Disney World. Okay. So we live within short-ish driving distance from Disney World. And once every 3 or 4 years, we'll go with the kids. So I have 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, that I'll spend at Disney World. And I'm taking this pen, which is the Lamy Vista. This one's actually a special Vista that someone made for me. This is eyedroppered. So this, the Vista is unique. In the roller ball, it comes without the portholes here, the windows, the ink windows, and you can epoxy the end so it's solid. And they put a black extra fine nib on here. So this is a very customized Vista made to be eyedroppered. I put a cartridge in it because what I'm going to do over the 2 days I'm at Disney World is I'm going to take this Elemental Proton book and I'm going to write and sketch kind of like everything I see. Like when you're at Disney World, you're going to have a lot of downtime. So this will be my test review for the Proton, and it's the Tomoe River paper, so I'm going to use a fountain pen. Well, what fountain pen do I love that's portable and I'll enjoy using? Well, the Safari. So I went through my Safaris yesterday, and like Tony said, I have a Petrol sitting there. I actually have a full set of Petrol pens that I have not used that I found yesterday, which I didn't realize I had. So I have the ballpoint, the roller ball, and the fountain pen. So I have not used those. Good morning, Atalane. So yeah, I had those. I have a dark lilac that I haven't used. Then I have a couple of the apple green one, and then one of the yellow ones right around there. I was going to use the Petrol, but it had a fine nib on it, and I want an extra fine nib for this little project that I'm going to do. So we'll see how this works out. So this is what I'm going to take with me to Disney World, and then I like to have a marker type pen, so I'm bringing like a gray sign pen. This is the Pentel Touch, so it's like a soft-tipped sign/brush pen. So I like that there. The only thing when I was picking this little kit out to take on this trip, I really wanted a black ink cartridge for this, but I was out of them. And all the Lamys ship with blue cartridges, so I couldn't steal one. And I'm out of black cartridges, and I went to order them from JetPens, and they're sold out. So So I need to order some. So I had 2 blue black cartridges left. Yeah, I wouldn't have had time. I could have gotten them. What are you using for character autographs? I could maybe use this, or they could use the marker pen. That's true. I didn't even think of that about that. It's like if I could get autographs in this book too. Maybe I should bring a pen that they can hold on to and scribble with. That's a good idea. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to do. So like I figure when I'm in line, I can like take notes or draw like what I'm seeing. Seeing like that. A marker like pen is best for the characters. Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be the fountain pen. So anything that they can grab big and swirl around. So I'll grab I'll grab a different marker pen maybe than this one. They were sold out of black and blue back when I checked yesterday, Evan. I was just going to order some so I'd have someone when I got home, but they were out of black and blue black. Did you see the tourmaline's getting its own ink color? Is tourmaline one of the crystal ink colors? Has anyone checked out on this yet? Yep, a thick barrel marker pen. Pen Addict Sharpie. I don't want to use a Sharpie. I always carry the Sharpie with me. That'll be in my backpack. But Sharpie would be terrible on this Tomoe River paper. Morning, Schmevelin. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do this weekend. I'll probably write it up for the following week of refill. Yeah, it looked like a different shade. It's definitely different than turquoise, but is it one of the crystal inks? Husband cracked up at the loaner pen. Good. I bet he's a pen thief, isn't he, Jesse? He seems like a pen thief. Amazonite. Yeah, I was just curious, not that I care, but Lamy just has such a good history of doing that. of repackaging an existing ink color and not even changing it at all. So yeah, there's that. Have you ever tried Muji paper? I get 5 60-page notebooks for less than $3 here in Korea. Super high quality, never breeze or feathers. They're fantastic. I do think here in the U.S. markets, they use a couple of different paper types, right? There's more than a singular Muji notebook paper, but like the base papers are pretty good. Oh, yeah, that'd be nice, Evan. If all 3 had matching ink, that would be wonderful. I'd love that. And do those pictures, I've talked to some people who've seen them, that think they're going to be more of a matte than a glossy barrel on the Safaris, which excites me, right? Has anyone heard this? Or I'm not totally sure. So I would like them to be in matte barrels, like the Dark Lilac and Petrol. I think that would be cool if they're matte. I like the glossy too. I would probably buy more of them if they were matte. Good morning, Coffee and Tacos. I'm gonna pull up my email real quick just for whatchamacallit, to see if I get approvals. Like, I don't know if they'll come in. I don't know if we'll see the emotes come up. One picture look matte, others look glossy. Yeah, that's the thing. Man, some people are unoriginal, Tony. So yeah, I was just seeing if no emails from Twitch yet for approval. I keep looking in the thing to see if they pop up, but I bet they won't show up today. We'll probably have them next week. Oh, do you review inks? I definitely review inks. Jessie reviews ink. She's in here. New ink from Diamond called Common Passion. That's a sheening ink that I could source you. Yeah, you should email me. No problem, Tony. It didn't show up anyway, so we're good. What was I going to say? Yeah, Dwarf Journ, just email me somehow, hello@penaddict.com, or DM me. That would be neat. And if you had a link, feel free to share it with the chat. I'm sure we would like to look at it. Yeah, I would love to to take a look at that. That would be cool. That would be a cool thing to check out. Yeah, I noticed last week we reviewed 4 inks. Evan, is there a link for that yet? That would be cool. I haven't heard back from Robert Oster yet on the ink I'm trying yet, but that doesn't surprise me. Dude, the Orioles hat, I think, is the worst one now that we're talking about that again. The wrong bird-based sports team. Let's see here. Okay, let me see if I can pull this up for those with y'all can do it. Someone on Reddit used it. Okay. The Lamy Nutrio. So do those look matte to y'all? I'm not going to pull this up on screen because the link's in the chat. Y'all can click on it yourself. I mean, okay, it's the second worst hat. Yeah, it's the second worst hat, right. The Padres have actually told MLB that they will not be wearing the hats, and they're correct. Those look matte to you? Purple definitely does. Yellow kind of does. And I guess it's the gloss of the clip that's throwing me off, but I think they're going to be matte, right? I am more excited about these now. Yeah, that's what I have in the in refill, Evan. But the Padres told MLB they're refusing to wear them. I'm assuming they're going to refuse to sell them too. So if we're getting 1 ink, we got to get 3, right? If they do 3 inks, I might buy all 3. And I think, you know what I'll do? I'll probably do that thing where I'll buy all 3. I'll keep 1 and give away the other 2. I think I'm going to have to keep the mango because I already have like bluish and purplish safaris. I've got yellowish, greenish safaris too, but that yellow is kind of speaking to me. I haven't banned that word yet, Tony. I might. So yeah, I've always wanted the classic yellow safari. That's one of their core colors. This mango might be better than that. And plus, if it's definitely coming with the ink, I'm about that. I think these are going to be good, chat. I think we win this year, right? This is a good competition. This is a good Safari All-Star competition this year. This is like a 50-50. Oh, that looks like a great ink. Yeah, Dwarf Jern, email me or DM me. I'm going to ban that word. Just kidding. The All-Star is tourmaline. So it's kind of like the green safari, but illuminized. It's very pretty. It's definitely better than the bronze and the other ones they've done. The pink one was good recently. It matches. It goes with the pink one that they did recently very well. So it's tourmaline. It's like a little bit greener than turquoise. Lighter. I know. So that reminds me, Tony. It's never a competition. That's why it's a competition, because we all have very strong opinions about this, about those two pens. So I got this. So this is in response to Tony's comment about a pencil for thinkers, a pen still for thinkers. I got a PR email in the inbox, and I think the notebook was just straight up called like Thinker's Notebook, and it's just like I can't do it. It's like this disc bound notebook. It's got the QR code on the page and the digital thing, but it's like the Thinker's Notebook. And I'm just like, I didn't even reply. And it was an email like this. And I went and looked at the product, but all the marketing is just Like, that's not me. Like, it's cool for some people. Don't get me started on that. That's just that one actually legitimately makes me mad. You know that. So bringing that up, I'm going to bring up an email. It's called the Cortex Theme Journal. Yeah, exactly. And I can make it my own thinking. So I was wondering if knock should be in the so Condé Nast sent out, I'm sure it's just a random email, like they bought an email us off an email list. Condé Nast wants to know if knock would like to advertise in British GQ for their upcoming spring 2020 campaign. They came across our brand online and thought your collections would be perfect for our luxury sports, gadgets, and gear advertorial pages. Right? I mean, they just bought our name off a list. There's no way they've seen our stuff. Prices now start at just £350, reduced from £740. So, should knock be in British GQ? Yes, no. I'm gonna go with no, because I'm not paying for that. Anyway, I thought that was a funny one. Yeah, the Rocket Book is the erasable pilot friction notebook. It's just, that one blows my mind. Those guys are just printing money. So yeah, I'm gonna pass on British GQ. Thank you. I keep clicking the emote button to keep seeing if they're showing up. It's really bugging me. Oh, look, all the streamer love emotes come in one little tab now. Sorry, I was distracted. Totally my target audience, right? That's true. Just make the ad of me, like, with the pen case, like, holding it up. All right, what else do we need to talk about? I wasn't kidding. I didn't have much today. That does not surprise me, Cal. I mean, they put a lot into marketing, and they are just printing money. Like, their Kickstarters do like $200,000 and $300,000. It's crazy. Crazy. If anyone's waiting on a membership, I still have to buy stamps. I'm gonna do that this afternoon. I gotta go home and ship before we head out. I got a lot to do today, so we'll go about another 15 minutes or so. If y'all got stuff to talk about an hour. How do y'all carry y'all's pens? Is Rocket Book the one you microwave? You can microwave it, yeah, but it's the erasable. It's the one that they used with the pilot friction. So yeah, I haven't read today's yet, Evan, but I've read all the other ones. They're good. I talk about that in refill. I had to pre-write a lot of refill since I'm on the road a lot tomorrow. I'll finish it up in the car tomorrow. But yeah, that's definitely in there. It's great. It's really good. I didn't finish the Goose Game Rewizzles. We'll have to take that back up. Yeah, Dwarf Journey, I make pen cases, so those are the ones I use mostly. Franklin Christoph, I know a lot of people use for their leather cases. Rickshaw Bagworks for their nylon cases. Knock is my company for nylon cases. I use a lot of things. Kikuyo makes great cases. Lihit Lab makes good cases. I think the Sinclairs are the best. Our best design. Brasstown's the best design. I think Sinclair's our most popular. It just works the best for the most people because it's a little bit more versatile than the Brasstown. Yeah, like, it's hard for us to not talk about all these sailors, but it is exhausting. Just like we were talking about the pricing yesterday of the 4B pen. Like, it's exhausting. What do you use, Tony? Lookout? All right, see you, heads and fails. Enjoy the sun. Did you see the Ronald McDonald sailor? I don't think so. Just the seed? Okay. So you don't carry a bunch of pins every day? How many pins do you carry? Oh, good morning, Bob. Coffee's not working. Get on that. 3 with you. 3's a good number. Burton with William Hanna tucked in. Oh, I did not see this one. God, that is totally Ronald McDonald. Did Mike see that one? Like that one that we had on the show yesterday. I can't remember the name of it. It's a weird name. Just the primary color green, blue, red one. It was like, that's, no, thank you. Happy Thursday, Jacqueline. Can't wait to see you in Baltimore. Coming soon. Carry 10 inked every day. Sinclair's too bulky to EDC. Do you not carry a bag of any kind? I mean, I guess if you have other stuff it is, but that's one of the least bulky cases. But I guess if you're using the seed and that, you don't need both. That sounds familiar, Evan. Carry a very small bag. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. You can only put so much in your nutsack. Are you still carrying that thing? No, Dwarf Jern. Do you have a line on Sailor Specialty Nibs? I need one. I have a pen that's perfect for one. I just hadn't had a chance to use them. Because I don't own one. I've certainly played with friends' nibs. Okay, then you definitely need to email me because I have a pen that is waiting for a Sailor Specialty nib for me to buy. And I'm not even particular which one, just because the pen needs it. It's a large pen. It's the Sailor 100 Okay, well then we definitely need to talk, Dwarf Jern, if you're up for muling or sending something. Daylight Breeze. Oh, so they have like probably the full lineup. That's cool. I'll look and see which one, because I was just thinking Naginata Togi just because it would be the easiest, but if there's options, then I could definitely branch out to like a Concord or something. Michael, that's very much like me. Today, like this is all I'm carrying today. Like I didn't even bring my backpack today. My backpack usually has multiple things in it. My William Hanna, usually a Brasstown. Yeah, that's cool, Dwarf Jern. Actually, you need to go to bed before you spend any more of my money. But no, I appreciate you. Yeah, let me know. Shoot me an email. Let's get in touch. Because there's one I'd like to pick up. That's also true, Tony. 8 pens and a few notebooks to work every day. That's more my style, Thunder Viking. Yeah, that's a good fit, Rewizzles, like the size wise. That's like, it's a blessing and a curse, Miss G's. Like, they're all there, but they end up all here, and then that's my problem. I can't keep them separated from just like all being here. Like my desk, I've been talking with Ugmonk a bunch recently about some stuff, and they're gonna send me one of those desk trays caddy things, so I'm gonna try to fit that into my desk, and I'll review that when it comes in. I forget the name of it. The Gather? I think it's called the Gather. 5 cases and 25 pens. Now that's a lot. I appreciate it, but that's a lot. Some pens to write with, others to fidget with. Sometimes, like, it's really hard for me to take a single pen. to anything, right? I always feel like I should have multiple choices, even if I'm carrying like as minimal a carry as possible, just like this. Like I could just take, my All-Star or my Vista, but I want to take like a marker type pen. I'm definitely trying not to take a like a pencil. Yes. That one. And walnut. One is none. That's the truth. So yeah. It's an interesting setup. I wish though my only change, like if I was designing this, I'd want the post-it note to be index card sized instead of post-it note sized. A layered nib on me? Do you mean to like where you can flip it over and use for two different things? That's the one thing I don't do that I know is popular with people. Cal, no, not at all. Like I've done a full backpack swap this week alone. Like everything out and everything in, like a new thing. Small hand-bound leather tome. I mean, there's no way. I mean, there's no way, Tony. That's trying to be the Instagram influencer life right there. Like that's a different different marketing idea if you're gonna make something like that and price it at that range. Do you get part of the cow? Newest pen is the Aurora Black Mamba, and I literally don't want to write with anything else. That's a great pen. That pen is one that I always enjoyed using, but I don't need one. Labor cost, yeah. I mean, I totally like you sign me up for labor costs, but half of that maybe. The Syndac made you mad. I've never liked any of their layouts of the cases. Like they've never been for me. Bork and Bork, what? Okay, I think I missed your question. I must have. Oh, do you think the virus will have an impact on the pen stationery industry? Maybe. There might be some delays, right? Because Wuhan is a big manufacturing area, right? Some people have had, trouble getting things out of there. For Spoke Pen, parts of our barrels are made in Shenzhen, which, while they're not affected, the delays kind of roll, right? Like once like a big part of the country's affected, it kind of backs up everything else. And Brian and I talk with our factories a lot, and they just came out of the 2 or 3 week Chinese New Year break this week. So we're going to find out if we're going to be delayed anymore coming up soon. It doesn't look like it's going to affect like us, but yeah, it's definitely going to affect some people. And actually what I'm going to write a little bit about this weekend in refill. I have the base of an idea that I'm going on. OSUATS, that the Auroras feel so nice in the hand when you write with them. Bob thought you conquered FOMO, but then retro. Yeah, the Optima. That's a good way to put it, Andrew. It's like the Pro Gear on steroids kind of thing. Like the barrel's thicker, the nib is thicker, the feed is nicer. It's a piston filler, right? But it compares to the Pro Gear, not really the Realo. I like this pouch as an accessory. Let me look at this. Good morning, Tessa. Oh, I carry that. That Robiki note cover that I used? I carried that exact ruler in the front cover of that. I don't think I have a picture of that. That's a great ruler. Ooh, movement on your troublemaker. Let me know how that goes for you, because then I need to order some. A stiffed back A5 seed. That's not out of the realm of possibility. Thunder Viking, yeah, totally. I can see that. Like, I think we're going to see it trickle down like 3 to 6 months from now. We're going to know what's going to happen, right? Because they don't even know yet. Like I said, they've been off for 3 weeks, like the factories we work with. So they're just getting back to full staff. And I don't know. We don't know yet how that's going to affect them. So I definitely think there's going to be some, we're going to start to see it now, but we'll know more in like 3 months, like how it's going to be. All right, see, even supposing. Yeah, working from home all over the country. Yeah, it's scary. For sure scary. Dwarf Turn too. For sure. Long tail impacts. That's a great way to put it. Like, yeah, we're not going to know. Like, yes, impact now, but there could be major ramifications down the line. That's not bad. Not bad re-whistles. Yep. And we don't know. Yeah, we don't know the results today. So I'm going to explore a similar but different topic in refill that I've already started writing this week. Oh, I can't even imagine dwarf. It'll be tough. Oh, that's not a dumb question at all. We've got a lot of question and feedback on that, Sarah. It's a lake in northern Georgia that's off the Tallulah River Gorge. So the idea, once we found the name, once we got around the fact that seed has multiple meanings, right? Our idea was that, you know, it's where idea grows, but it can be taken different ways. But yeah, that's what it's from, because we wanted our notebook covers to have one name no matter what type of size they were. Like, I didn't want the A5 notebook to be called, you know, Pine Mountain, and the A6 size to be called, you know, whatever, Lake Blackshear. You know, what I wanted the notebooks to have, if we make a traveler size, you know, that would still be the seed travelers, and be the seed A5 and be the seed A6, all for the notebook cover line. And then the seed is a lake. So, and has other meanings too. So we just ate that. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I mean, we went back and forth on that. We wanted something to be, it's basically like a subline, but with a unique naming convention. Alatuna has always been on the list. Red Top. Oh, the other thing is Lake Seed is the nearest. Lake Seed and Tallulah are the nearest to Dick's Knob, and everyone wants the Dick's Knob case, which we've said will never happen. So that's the Lake Seed is like in the closest proximity of any other like natural resources to Dick's Knob Mountain. So there's that. Good morning. What did you even walk into right now? Favorite nib of all time? Pilot posting nib. I think that's a pretty clear one for me. I'm easy that way. I know. So we had to decide whether we were going to absorb the jokes for the seed line, and we decided in the end that it was worth it because we liked the name enough to represent what we wanted from it. and that your ideas would grow from it, even though that kind of gets lost in the shuffle. It's fine. We had lots of conversations around that. Tony is well aware. It does sound more appropriate for the nutsack people. That came up a lot of times. The only thing was our original seed logo, we definitely changed. It was definitely, you know, like a seedling sprouting. We did change that after some feedback. If we were going to go with the seed name, which I think everyone in our group advised against, and we said we're going to go with it, we did change our logo to like the 3-notebook fan, the fan out notebooks, instead of like a sapling seed, you know, sprouting. That would be a little too far. Where'd the name of the lake come from? I forget. I remember looking it up. I have to look up all this stuff and make sure we're not doing something stupid. Like there's like Lake Strom Thurmond. That's never gonna have a name. That's never gonna have a product line on the Georgia-South Carolina border. You know, you got to be careful with some of these old classic historic names that you're not getting into more trouble than you're already getting into. Yeah, it was definitely a seed of ideas. So yeah. Oh, the squid is holding a pen. That would be cool. So yeah, I try to do as much research, especially if it's related to a real person. Yeah, that would be bad. Did I get your letter? No. I'm going to go with no. Oh, with stickers, then definitely no. Okay, I did not get that, but I'm going to the post office today. I'll check. Okay, so good. I thought it was no, but then I had to be sure. So that definitely no. All right, Pen Emote's not live yet. I guess it's going to be Tuesday. Y'all can come in here while I'm not around this weekend. You can open the Pen Addict channel and see if the emote's live. Oh, good. I like long letters. So yes, I will. I'll probably get it today because I'm going to the post office, which I should probably get going on to. I gotta go ship. Shipping day today, chat. The one thing that I never mind doing. I don't know why. I'm good at shipping. It's kind of my forte. What's one like terrible, like annoying thing that no people want to do that you do? Like shipping's mine. Like I never mind like doing like that type of work. Like do y'all like, and I never minded like mowing the lawn, right? Spam some Fortnite channel with the pen train. Please do. Like I never minded yard work. You know, I'm good at shipping, like those types of things. Like, I don't know. I guess both of those things I can zone out, right? It's generally long term. It's like an hour or more type of situation. I can do it by myself. I can crank music or whatever. And then I'm satisfied with at the end with the result. Like I finished the shipping. The lawn looks pretty. Those type of things. Yeah, the busy work. I'm okay at busy work as long as I can do it by myself. Polishing silver, walking the dog, laundry. I sometimes get in the laundry zone, but not all the time. Mindless data entry, I get tired on. I can do it. Like, I can do that in bursts. But, like, I'd be hard every day. I need to get that silver nib. I don't know about that. Oh, no. I just saw MailChimp status. We're aware of issues affecting our campaign editing. That's not good. That's what I use. Yeah, I didn't see him in person. I've seen pictures. He sent me some pictures directly. He wouldn't show them at the event. Walk your dog 2 hours a day. That's cool. Like, I could get behind that. But yeah, there's certain amounts of busy work that I can get behind. Mindless data entry now. Like, I could do that like a couple hours like once a week. But like, I wouldn't mind shipping every day, a couple hours every day. Like, if I didn't have, like, if I all of a sudden tomorrow I had to go find a new job, I might just go mow lawns. I don't mind mowing lawns. I like being outside and working outside. Addressing envelopes by hand. I did this last round of memberships with a brush pen. I think I'm going to start doing that. I don't make them fancy. But it makes even my wife said, "Oh, your handwriting looks cool." And let's just like as fast as I can write, like brush letter handwriting, it looks good. That's true. I wouldn't want to work outside if I lived in southern Louisiana. It's pretty bad here. I'm not gonna lie. During peak summer, which is 6 months out of the year, I bought 2 packs of those when they came out for sure. That's my jam. South Florida would be bad. Yeah. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up today, chat. I just got a bunch to do before I get out of town tomorrow. But I'll be back next Tuesday. Refill comes out as normal this weekend. All my schedule is normal. I'm just going to be gone this weekend. Oh, like the giveaway winner post on Saturday and misfill on Sunday may or may not publish on time, if at all. Regardless, the giveaway winner will be pulled. You'll just have to look on the original post. I'll try to make a point to post that one, though, because Mask of Raven, thanks for the follow, because that's a big giveaway. I'll probably find a time Saturday night to post the winner of the 1911 giveaway, just because people will want to know who wins that. And then Misfill, I might just flat out skip this weekend, which is okay. I don't mind doing that. That one doesn't have to be. And then I'll be back Monday afternoon. Like, this is a bang trip, so... But it's going to be good to get away for a couple days. I'm looking forward to it. We have not told the kids. We're checking them out of school at like 11:30 tomorrow, then hitting the road. So should be fun. And yeah, but we'll be back here Tuesday. We'll have pin train emotes, and we can start spamming them. So if someone happens to check in Twitch today or tomorrow, let me know if they show up. You'll be able to see them on this channel, or if you're in any other channel, it'll show up under what sub you have. Knock chat, most important, probably Thursday next week. Probably Thursday, Andrew, because I'll just be getting back. Imraz back, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I'll just be getting back, and I don't know that I'll have coherent thoughts yet. Thursday, though. All right? And then, yeah, like I said, everything pretty normal other than, a couple of the non-essential posts this weekend, and we'll go from there. So thanks for hanging out. If y'all are on Twitch later, tell me if the emotes pop, and I do not have coherent thoughts. You've known me long enough. And we're going to end it on that. Love y'all.